It is Monday, March 30th, and I am ready for math, and I hope you are too. We are looking at page 269 together. Last week we started the section on multiplying fractions, and so we are on the second lesson of that chapter. And really, this is the same lesson we had on Friday. There's not a whole lot different, except knowing why we did what we did Friday. We're introducing the element of the word problem to this and the language of the word of. The language of the word of today. So the title of your page says, find a fraction of a whole number. So if you remember on Friday, we did problems that look like this. You had a fraction times a whole number, except when we did them Friday, they put the whole number on the left side. It doesn't matter which side they're on, okay? You're doing the same thing. But in the language-wise, we need it on the left side because this is how we say it. If I had 20 cards and I wanted to give you 1/4 of my cards, then I say 1/4 of 20. So what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to split that 20 into fourths, and then I want to give you one section of it. So we say 1/4 of. Now when you hear that of immediately translates into this multiplication. Okay, so 1/4 of 20 cards would mean that I am going to multiply 1/4 times 20. Now let's remind ourselves of the steps that we went through last week to do this. 1. Multiply the numerator times the whole number. So we did this. Remember, the numerator is this number. This is the top number. I know mine is written a little bit differently because of the way that the typewriter's set up. But this is the top number. So I'm going to multiply it times the whole number. So 1 times 20 is 20. And then I'm going to bring over the denominator. So I would wind up with 20/4. Now, to finish that is an improper fraction. So if the numerator is bigger than the denominator, it's improper, and I need to divide that denominator into the numerator, or divide the bottom into the top. So in this case, I would divide 20 by 4, which would give me 5. So for word problem's sake, it would be 5 cards that you would be giving me. Okay, same thing we did last week, right? Is it starting to sound familiar? Multiply numerator times the whole number, slide over that denominator without changing it, and then if the top is bigger, divide and change into a whole number or a mixed number. Simple, right? Same thing, we're just introducing the concept of the word of. That's the only thing that's different. Okay, so let's look at a few of these together, just to make sure you're on the same page as I am. Number 1, Miles had 24 basketball cards. Miles told Trent that he could have 2/6 of his cards. Of 2/6 of, so I'm going to multiply his cards, which was how many cards? 24. How many basketball cards did Miles give Trent? Okay, so 2/6 of 24 is 2/6 times 24. So remember, I'm going to multiply the top. I am going to multiply the numerator times the whole number, which is 2 times 24, which will be 48. And then that goes over the denominator, which is 6. So now that is an improper fraction, so I'm going to divide 48 divided by 6 is 8. So Miles told Trent that he could have 8 cards. That's number 1. Number 2. Okay, so your directions say solve, write the answer in lowest terms, draw a picture to show the solution. Okay, if you would like to draw a picture, you may. 2/3 of 15 marbles. It means that we are going to have 15 marbles laid out in groups of 3. So Um, if I had, so groups of 3. So what are groups of 3 for 15 marbles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2/3 of 15 marbles. Now let's do the math first. So 2/3 of 15. So I've got 2/3 times 15. I'm going to multiply the numerator times the whole number. 2 times 15 is 30. And then I'm going to bring over the denominator, which is 3. 30 divided by 3 is 10. So that means here that I would have 2. Okay, because if I split 15 into 3 groups and I take 2 of those 3 groups, that's 10. Now, I'm not going to make you draw a picture for all of those because I think we're getting down the process of how we're multiplying. Multiply numerator times whole number, divide by denominator is what we need to do, and it's as simple as that. Okay? So, number 3, 4/5 of 10. So we're going to take 4/5 times 10. Tell me our steps. Multiply numerator times whole number, which would be 4 times 10, which would be 40. Divide by that denominator that we just slid over, which is 5. 40 divided by 5 is 8. 8 candies. Number 4, 1/4 of a dozen eggs. Numerator times whole number is going to be 12. Slide over that denominator, which is 4. And then I'm going to divide 12 by 4, which is going to be 3 eggs. Okay, now let's do 5, 6, and 7, and then I'm going to let you work on some of this on your own. 5. 3/4 times, oh, I'm not typing. 3/4 times 10. Numerator times whole number, which would be 3 times 10 is 30. Slide over that denominator, which stays 4. 30 divided by 4. So 4 goes into 30. How many times? 7, with a remainder of 2. And then that would be 7 and 2/4. But I can't leave it at 2/4. It would actually change to 7 1/2, right? 7 1/2. Okay, this is number 6. 2/5 times 8. Numerator times whole number. 2 times 8 is 16. Slide over that denominator, which is 5. The computer's being stubborn today. Okay, 5. Okay, let's fix it. So 16 divided by 5. 5 goes into 16 3 times with a remainder of 1. So it would be 3 1/5. Now 7. 3/8 times 15. Multiply numerator times whole number. 3 times 15 is going to be 45. Slide over that denominator, which is 8. 48 goes into 45. How many times? 5 times, with a remainder of 5/8. 5 and 5/8. So if you look at the back, you have a lot of the same kinds of problems. They give you a fraction times a whole number. Same thing. And then the word problems are just going to make sure that you know how to use that of. So 20. To find out how many inches are in half of a yard, ask what is half of 36. And then they go through several of those. Okay, and then you're going to be talking about shopping. And that is a really real life way to use this math and the math problems. So you're going to be talking about, so if Nikki went shopping, let's look at a few of these together to make sure you understand. So 24 says, if Nikki went shopping and purchased a sweater on sale for 1/3 off, what is the discount she received on a $24 sweater? So it's 1/3 of 24. So 1 times 24 is 24. Bring over the denominator, which is 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So she received an $8 discount. Okay? Now, Nikki also purchased shoes on sale for 1/4 off. What is the discount Nikki received on a pair of $36 shoes? So it was 1/4 of $36. So 1 times 36 is 36 divided by 4. 36 divided by 4 is $9. So she received a $9 discount. Miranda went shopping and purchased a jacket on sale for half off. What is the discount Miranda received on a $56 jacket? So, half of $56. 1 times 56 is 56 divided by 2. Okay, so do that. 2 goes into 5 2 times. Okay, you had a 1. You bring down the 6. So 2 goes into 16 8 times. So 28 is half of 56. So she had a $28 discount. Look at number 27. Miranda also purchased a pair of boots on sale for 1/3 off. What is the discount Miranda received on a pair of $69 boots? 1/3 of 69. 1 times 69 is 69 divided by 3. Okay, and when I do that, 3 goes into 6 2 times evenly, and then 3 goes into 9 3 times. So she received a $23 discount. Okay, got it? All right, I trust you to go back and finish that. Comment below and tell me that you got it, you're finishing up. Tell me if you're finding this easy to understand or harder to understand. Let us know if you found any helpful videos on YouTube. And keep us posted. Please keep commenting below. Have a good day.